There was that one scene at Lake Bailey where I think like you were talking to Mike about being away for like 3 days. Like, does someone like Mike then say to you, when there's no filming, like, just an FYI, you might, this is a thing like this, because like they've been doing it for so long. Like when Mike was here, he said like he can tell like that one little sentence that I had with Cynthia, that's going to be 17 episodes. I got it. Like, did someone like a Mike pull you aside and say, it's not a big deal, but trust me, this is now going to be a thing?
I think everybody on my team has told me that, because just because of how I communicate, sometimes it's very straightforward and direct. And I probably need to be more well thought out. But so I think that the whole thing is the thing is the way I communicate may be great for television, but it'll get me in a lot of trouble. That's the area. So I can say something and somebody can take it and twist it around and say, "Did you mean this?" And I'm like, no, this is the context. But however somebody perceives it is how they perceive it, and it is what it is. Now it's blown out of context, and it's kind of hard to try to reel it back in. So really watching your words, being very intentional on what you say is a big deal. I'm learning. There may be things I say right now and I'm like, yeah, I probably should have just twisted that around and said it a different way. But that's a part of the process. So you just got to learn and grow and figure out what you're going to do. I know for a fact I'm going to bump my head a bunch of times and eventually I'll get it.
Look, you're being honest. And like, I think that's all someone could ask, as opposed to, there's a lot of people that come on that you feel like you're watching them and you're like, they're trying, like they know what they're doing. That's when the audience tunes out. When you're like, that person may be new, but they know what they're doing and they're like manipulating every scene to like come off. That's when the audience is like, good luck. So I think people relate to just human beings that like, today's a good day, tomorrow's going to be a bad day. That's just how it is.
Right.
Did you get more flack online? And then we'll move on. We're not going to just talk about this, for the fact that you went away for 3 days, or the fact that there was this whole element now of these cameras in the house?
I get more flack about the 3 days by far. The camera situation, once again, I'm protecting my family. And so I want to make sure everything is safe. Yes, I have cameras. I feel like if you don't have cameras, then how do you know what's going on in your house? And so I'm a big advocate. I think my big problem is just Drew didn't know about where the cameras were placed and positioned. I didn't think it was a big deal. Once again, there's a lot of things I don't think that they're like critical, but you can watch. I'll tell you like, oh, there's a camera there. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make sure that my family is all safe. Everybody is doing what they need to do, and I can have eyes on it. That's important to me.
I mean, if you think about it, even like I have a cleaning lady, like I don't think there's anything wrong with cameras. You just, if someone's in your apartment, like I've heard stories about like doorman, I mean, in New York, going into certain people's apartments, I'll spare you the details, but you're just like, you just don't know. I mean, these are the people that know when you're away for 2 weeks and your house is empty. So
think about this also. All of a sudden you have to go out of town on business. And so this is something I did for my wife, right? So she has to go out of town. How do you know that the kids are okay? How do you know the kids are sleeping comfortably and there's no problems? How do you know that they're happy or not? Camera. Now you can just drop in and just watch them and see and make sure that they're okay. It's really truly just functionality. And once again, I'm a technology guy. So I'm going to have the latest and greatest in technologies to make sure that I have the ability to, number one, have eyes and ears where I need to have them. And also to make sure that we can function better. Because that's the whole thing about technology to begin with, is to really enable you to be more efficient.
Yes.